I'm sure you've heard of 10xing your business. There's also 16x, another book on a similar theme. And of course, there's the Pareto principle, 80-20, and all the power, all the operational leverage that you can get from that approach. All of these concepts kind of get to this idea of magnitude changes in what you do or in how you use your time or whatever it might be. I want to suggest that there's a great exercise here for you as a CEO to broaden your opportunities and think up new ways to improve your business. It helps you get out of the box in a way that you can't as long as you're in your conventional line of thought. So, what I recommend you do is first pick an impossible challenge. And this is where the adding a zero comes in. Whatever it might be your leads that come in. Whatever that number is, add a zero. How could you get 10 times that number of leads? Or if it's your manufacturing process, how could you get to 1/10 the defects that you have today? You pick the challenge, right, in your business, something that's important, and that if you were magically able to achieve this impossible challenge, it would measurably change your business. It might totally reinvent your business. Resist the urge to disregard this, right? It's impossible. I can't do it. It doesn't have to be doable for this to be useful. Okay, once you've got that very specific challenge in mind, do some brainstorming. Do it with your team as well. If we were to do that, what would have to happen? Even if you don't know how that would get done, what are some conceivable ways that you could combine the right steps? And maybe there's a couple of well, there's no way this would happen, but if it could, it would allow this to happen. Then you write that down. You come up with solutions to the impossible challenge. I think what you're going to find is, while none of your solutions are actually fully implementable, you will have ahas. There will be parts of your analysis or your ideation that result in a new way to approach something that you hadn't considered. At the very least, you're going to get that insight from this process. And at the best, at the most, there might be one of those scenarios where it may not be 10x, but you could double your capacity if you really went after it. So this is a process not only to open your mind, but it actually will identify some real areas for growth in your business, the things that you haven't seen, that with a change, might not be a small change, but it's a doable change, you can actually make a big jump in your performance in your business. So this is a thought experiment, and you need to set aside time for this. It's outside of your daily work. But I found this to be a very constructive and sometimes really empowering exercise for you to do about your business.